In the headlines, President Tinubu jets out to China on official visits. Federal government okays 50% electricity subsidy for public hospitals. Emir names Kwara Governor Saudana Ilorin, lauds Abdul Razak's leadership qualities. On the foreign scene, Russia claims 2 more villages in eastern Ukraine. And in business, report shows that Nigerians paid over 1 billion naira as ransom to kidnappers in 1 year. In entertainment news, Dami Crane apologizes to Davido. And in sports, Coach Raw unveils Benin squad for Super Eagles clash ahead of AFCON 2025 qualifiers. Good evening and thank you for staying tuned to Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. I am Nedu Okorie and this is the news across the world. You can listen to us via our website www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM. You can also download our app on Play Store, Diamond 887 FM. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Do stay with us.
We often think that mental health breakdowns sound like this.
I'm emotionally stressed. I'm emotionally downcast. I am so confused of all about life.
But in reality, they can sound like this. Don't make assumptions that people are okay just because they laugh and they smile. Everyone is going through something. Check on your friends and be kind to everyone else.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin.
You're welcome back from that break. This is still the news across the world reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has departed Abuja for a walking visit to China. The special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, disclosed this in a statement today. He said President Tinubu would have a stopover at the United Arab Emirates, UAE, on the visit. Accompanying the president on the Chinese trip are senior government officials. Meanwhile, President Tinubu's trip comes amid a flurry of seizures of Nigerian assets by a Chinese firm, Zhongshan Funcheng Industrial Investment Cooperative Limited. The French court recently ruled in favor of the firm and granted the seizure of presidential jets belonging to the Nigerian government. The federal government has approved a 50% electricity subsidy for public hospitals across the country. The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Tunji Alausa, announced this today at the National Neo-Psychiatric Hospital in Banawa, Kaduna State. The minister commissioned the electronic health records and alternative power supply at the Lawal Jafaru Isa Emergency Complex and the solarization project at the dialysis unit, which includes a solar-powered borehole and a 10.2 kVA inverter at the Abdul Karim Jika Yusuf COVID-19 Intervention Center in the state. Alausa disclosed that the gesture aims to reduce the running cost for public hospitals and alleviate the impact of patients. He also announced plans to rename the hospitals as specialist hospitals to broaden health care service delivery. The president of the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC, Joe Ajaero, has described the labour movement as the most patriotic organization in the country, promising that the union won't compromise its patriotism no matter the challenge it faces. Ajaero said this while addressing a crowd of labour members who gathered at the NLC headquarters to welcome him after honoring an invitation by the police today. He described the police invitation as one of the hazards of being a labor leader, recalling how even at unit level he went to sell under late former head of state General Sani Abacha in the 90s. Ajaero, while appreciating the NLC members, stated that the most important thing at the moment is that he is back to continue the struggle of demanding better welfare for the Nigerian workers. And moving down to Kwara State, the Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has been named the Sardauna Ilorin, a prestigious title that the Emir of Ilorin, Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, said compensates for the governor's love for investment in the culture and tradition of Nigeria's southernmost emirate. This title makes the governor the second Southerner of the ancient town. His predecessor and the first person to hold the title in Ilorin was the multi-billionaire philanthropist Alhaji Umar Saru, who died a few years ago. At a brief event announcing the traditional title, the Emir commended the governor for his leadership qualities and his efforts to promote the interests of the community, including his unmatched support for the Doba. Reputed for his humility, hands-on approach to governance, the commitment to people's welfare, the governor had earlier been given different traditional titles across the state, such as Soludero of Ofa Kingdom, Sadao King of Lafiaji, Kauran Kaima, and Akorede of Oro Kingdom, amongst others. The Emir commended the governor for his excellent leadership role in the state and at the national level as the Nigerian Governors Forum chairman. Meanwhile, the acting managing director of Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, IBEDC, Engineer Francis Agoha, has reiterated the company's resolve to provide adequate and sufficient power to its customers. Engineer Agoha stated this at the official opening ceremony of IBEDC's Offer Business Hub, which he described as another testament of the company's efforts in providing quality service to customers across its franchise. He advised electricity consumers to reciprocate the quality service delivery of the company by paying for the energy they consume and help in the protection of the company's properties, which he said will help the company to serve them better.
Is a fulfillment of ODU administration promise to invest in critical infrastructure and create an enabling environment for business growth and development.
Still from IBEDC, the chairman, Kwara State House of Assembly Committee on Energy, who is representing Ojomu Balogun constituency, Honorable Sheun Oguniyi, in his remarks disclosed that the new business hub will enhance stable power supply to the people of Offa and its environs. Earlier in his remarks, the representatives of the president of Offa Descendants Union, Tajuddin Oluwatoyin, stated that the new business hub is a dream come true, as the people of Offa have been longing to have the presence of the business hub in the ancient town.
That is not just about expanding physical presence, but about deepening commitment to the communities we serve. The commissioning of the Offa Business Hub, a crucial part of Kwara region, embodies our dedication to driving economic growth, enhancing service delivery, and bringing services closer to our people.
Meanwhile, the regional head IBEDC Kwara Region, Engineer Toyin Akinyosoye, in his vote of thanks, appreciated all that were present at the program while assuring them that IBEDC will not relent in delivering quality service to its customers. There were also goodwill messages during the program from the representatives of the Olofa of Offa, the Onijagbo of Ijagbo, Oba Sharafaddin Adeniyi Biari, And lastly, on the local scene, the Kwara State Ministry of Environment has stated that the monthly sanitation exercise will be held this Saturday, 31st August 2024, between the time 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. This was made known in a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Ministry, Yakub Aliagon. He enjoined residents of the state to participate in the exercise by cleaning their residential and business environments, as it is mandatory for all residents to clear drainages and bushes around their surroundings for health and safety reasons. Aliagon stated further that whilst security monitoring agents, environmental health officers, otherwise known as Wole Wole, and members of the Environmental Task Force will go around to monitor and ensure compliance and sanction offenders, there will be no vehicular movement across the state within the 3-hour duration of the exercise. He further warned members of the public that it is an offense to dump refuse on pedestrian walkways, road dividers, drainages, canals, and all other unapproved dump sites. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM. We go on a break now, and when we return, we bring you foreign, business, entertainment, and sports news. Do stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 87 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
Diamond FM, business news.
You're welcome back from the break. You're still listening to the news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. Now we move on to foreign stories. On the foreign scene this evening, Russia has today stated that it has taken 2 more East Ukrainian villages in the Donetsk and Lugansk region as its forces continue to advance deeper into the country. The Defense Ministry disclosed that Russian forces captured some villages and have been making steady and determined advances towards the logistics hub of the Western Donetsk region, once home to some 60,000 people over recent months. Recall that earlier this month, Kyiv launched a surprise ground assault into Russia's border region of Kursk, hoping that the offensive would draw Moscow's army away. Still on the foreign scene, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has visited troops based along the Israeli-Lebanese border. The visit comes as Israel and Lebanese militant groups Hezbollah exchanged heavy fire over the weekend. Israel disclosed that around 100 warplanes launched airstrike targeting thousands of rocket launchers across southern Lebanon early on Sunday to thwart an imminent Hezbollah attack. Hezbollah, however, stated that it launched hundreds of rockets and drones aimed at military bases and missile defense positions in northern Israel and the Israeli-annexed Golan Heights. And that ends foreign news. Up next is business news.
Diamond FM, business news.
And in our business news this evening, a new report by an Africa-focused security consulting firm, SBM Intelligence, has revealed that Nigerians paid around 1.048 billion naira as a ransom to kidnappers between July 2023 and June 2024. The report, titled Grim Reaping, stated that kidnappers across the country demanded around 10.99 billion naira in ransom, out of which 1.048 billion naira was paid by victims, representing around 9.5% of the total figure. The report noted that Nigeria's worsening insecurity is driven by economic stagnation, leading more people to resort to kidnapping for survival as the pool of high net worth individuals shrink. The report further highlighted that amid these diverse threats, kidnapping for ransom has emerged as a pervasive and unifying concern. And still in business, a report from the Central Bank of Nigeria has warned of further financial strain for Nigerians. This was detailed in the July 2024 Inflation Expectation Surveys report. The report noted that more Nigerians may rely on borrowing to cover increasing expenses over the next 6 months, indicating that household expenditures will continue to rise through the remainder of 2024 into January 2025. The survey further revealed that numerous Nigerian families may deplete their lifetime savings to meet financial obligations in the coming months. And that ends our business news this evening. Up next is entertainment news.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
All right, in our entertainment update this evening, the police authority in Abuja has released Nigerian singer Oyindamola Johnson, popularly known as Dami Crane, after spending nearly 1 week in detention at the Criminal Investigation Department. Recall that on August 22, Dami Crane alleged that his colleague Davido orchestrated his recent arrest, claiming that Davido paid the law enforcement agency to detain him under the pretense of being involved in illegal activities related to Flutterwave and cryptocurrency scams. He also warned that Davido should be held accountable if anything happens to him. Meanwhile, yesterday, the Force Criminal Investigation Department spokesperson Fumilayo Eguajo told newsmen that Dami Crane was interrogated by the cybercrime unit. However, she did not state the cause of his detention. Dami Crane has, however, apologized to Davido for the allegations he had made against him. He also appreciated the police commissioner in Abuja and Very Dark Man for his support. And still in entertainment news, the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has named Edo State Arena after Afrobeat singer Divine Ikubo, popularly known as Rema. Obaseki revealed this in a post he made on his X handle today. The groundbreaking for the 6,000 capacity arena, which will be called Rema Dome, was held in Benin City yesterday. The artist, who is from Edo State, commended the state government for its progress, zeal, and growth, and pledged his support to the completion of the project. And that ends our entertainment news. Up next is sports news. And in our sports update this evening, Benin Republic head coach Kenneth Raw has today unveiled a 25-man squad for his side's 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying tie against Super Eagles of Nigeria. The Cheetahs will take on the Super Eagles at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, on Saturday, September 7, and will also host the Mediterranean Knights of Libya 3 days after in Abidjan. Captain Steve Mooney, Jodel Dusu, and veteran goalkeeper Satonin Alagbe are some of the regular stars named in the squad by Raw. Still in sports, British wheelchair rugby player Aaron Phipps has scored 25 tries as Great Britain started the defense of their Paralympics wheelchair rugby title with a statement 58-55 opening victory over world champions Australia today in Paris. Phipps was a crucial part of the Tokyo Paralympic success and made vital contributions at the end of the first and second quarters as Britain started their Group B campaign. Phipps opened the scoring 15 seconds after the tip-off, with Britain leading 14-13 at the end of the opening 8-minute quarter and held on to a 1-point advantage with a 28-27 score at halftime. With that, we've come to the end of news across the world, but before we go, here is the recap of the major highlights. President Tinubu jets out to China on official visit. Federal government okays 50% electricity subsidy for public hospitals. Emir names Kwara governors Sardauna and Ilorin, lauds Abdul Razak's leadership qualities. And on the foreign scene, we told you that Russia claims 2 more villages in eastern Ukraine. In business, reports shows that Nigerians paid over 1 billion naira as ransom to kidnappers in 1 year. In entertainment updates, Dami Crane apologizes to Davido. And in sports, coach Raw unveils Benin squad for Super Eagles clash ahead AFCON 2025 qualifiers. And before we go, on this day in history, in 1949, the Soviet Union tested its first atomic bomb, known in the West as Joe-1, which was a direct copy of the Fat Man bomb used by the U.S. military on Nagasaki during World War II. Now you know. For news coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM newsroom number on 0916 062 7526. 0916 062 7526. On behalf of the production team, I am Nedu Okorie. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and stand by for the news across the world in Yoruba language. Have a wonderful evening. Hour after hour of quality programming all around the clock with us. Every second and minute counts when it comes to bringing you the best of programming on radio. Diamond 88.7 FM remains your best bet. Be it sport, talk radio, entertainment and music. One thing is certain, we've got you.
Diamond FM, Diamond FM. Mo dé ní ìgbókùn sẹ́ràn bí ebi. Àwa ni bàbá wọn. Ìkànnì wo la gbádé fún? Diamond la gbádé fún ọ̀rẹ́ wa. Níbi kákàròyìn. Diamond la gbádé fún ọ̀rẹ́ wa.